Well, hello everybody. My name's Anthony, and I'm from my prostate cancer train. And I just wanted to talk with you today and telling you how the best medicine for anybody really is a laugh. Laughter, comedy, it really is the best medicine for any of us. And so and the incredible people who support us, we need to talk about the prostate. It's the only human-sized organ in the male body. It's the walnut-sized organ. That little tiny organ can create a watermelon-sized headache, right? When you're dealing with the prostate, nobody tells you that your body biochemistry goes completely out of whack and we get irritable, things aren't working right. Let's be honest, we get a little terrified when all this is going on. But today, we're talking about the ultimate built-in medicine cabinet in your body. You're carrying it around everywhere you go with you, right? So, laughing is not just a laugh. When we have a belly laugh, it is a clinical intervention. Clinical intervention. I'm getting excited about it because it does work. And it helps with pain, helps you to relax, and it helps with finding your own purpose for living through this hell that we all go through. Um, so speaking of doctors, prostates. So this one guy, he goes in for his prostate exam, and the doctor tells him, strip down, get on the table, and he says, don't worry, Dave. It's perfectly normal to get an erection during this process. Dave looks up and says, my name is not Dave. And the doctor replies, I know, my name is Dave. And I'm thinking, who writes these? Who put this in the joke pad or the joke column? So the the laughing, it's the most absurd thing at all. But Dave the doctor unleashes a massive wave of happy chemicals in your brain, and let's look at why. Because the beta endorphins in your body are natural painkillers. You know, when we go exercise, we release endorphins that make us feel good. And that's why we like to run, walk, exercise, because we feel better after. I always do, even if I have to push my ass out the door to do it. Um, because by flooding the system during the laugh, it physically blocks pain signals from the treatment or whatever the surgery is that may have gone on. So the serotonin in your body is the natural feel-good remedy, or considering maybe it's your mood stabilizer. It instantly cuts through the anxiety, depression that often come with a cancer diagnosis. And let me tell you, it is no picnic to go to deal with it. But the dopamine reward is the molecule that fires when your silver lining giving you a sharp sense of motivation, drive, and purpose to keep fighting, right? So that's what makes us want the reward. We want the reward from whatever it is we're doing. And that's what motivates us. We have to have some motivation. I have to admit in the beginning, I was like, what the hell is this? And I was not happy. I was thrown off my game, basically. But so, you know, the oxytocin bonding hormone, it lowers your blood pressure. You know, it brings your blood pressure down. It helps to relax. But when you actively trigger these chemicals in your body, biologically, you choose relaxation over tension because the bonding hormone does this. And it happens if you get a hug from somebody, or you laugh with somebody, or your buddy tells you a joke and everybody's laughing. And that's what happens in the meetings that people go to and come to, because it makes us feel connected. and helps us to connect with other people that give us a sense of who we are. So, which brings me to the next medical breakthrough, which is the older gentleman who go to the doctor and says, my wife is furious. My plumbing down south isn't working. His wife or husband tells him the plumbing's not working, and since he's getting these treatments, and the doctor hands him a brand of new experimental pill and says, take this, it's very potent, but be careful with it because, this could cause some things to happen that may be overly too much for you, and you might need to adjust the dose. Let me know. He said, be careful with it because it is potent. So the next week, the doctor comes back beaming into the office, says, so the doctor says, how did it work? How did it work for you? And he says, oh my God, it was the best sex, fantastic, the best sex we've had in 10 years. And the doctor smiles and says, what did your partner think? And the guy's face drops and said, oh, I haven't been home yet. That's why he was having a ball with it. So the conclusion of all of this, in all seriousness, finding humor in our hard times is how we find purpose. Because, it reminds us that we're all still alive and that we're all still men and still capable of joy no matter what age you are. Remember that. No matter what age you are. Cancer can take a lot of things from us, and it does. But it can't take your laugh unless you let it. And, use your internal pharmacy. Stay loose. Lean on the people that keep you laughing. Find ways to make yourself laugh. Because you know what? In the long run, you're going to feel better. And, don't get stuck. And the reason I'm telling you, because I got stuck. And, it took me years to figure out what was going on. Number one, with my body. Number two, the more you know, sometimes the worse it is because you have different expectations. And you know what? Screw the expectations. I was going to say something else, but to be polite about it, F the expectations and do what it is you need to do. Swear, talk to AI, swear at your AI. That's the most funny thing I've ever done. And tell AI about what the hell's going on. And you'll hear what it will say back to you. And that will make you laugh because it always makes me laugh. Anyway, have a great day. Keep pumping, keep doing what you need to do to get your erection because it's part of what your physical rehab is. And, if we don't do it, we don't get the benefit from it. So you decide. We all have decisions to make about our own health and how we want to live the rest of our life. And it's in your hands now. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.